Good morning, y'all. I made it in time enough to say good morning. Well, walking out here sure wasn't what I thought it was going to be because the first thing I walked into when I came in the garden was a snake. And I keep on saying that over and over and over again. That's what keep happening. Good morning, Miss Coffee. Yeah, walk right up on a snake where I go and turn the water sprinkler on. So I gotta have trying to have the water sprinkler going when I before I get the live started, and then walk up over there and here's a dang on snake sitting there. So I'm like, here we go already. Yes, sitting, stalking, and waiting. And then I'm breaking stuff this morning. Child, like, okay, somebody trying to show out today, and I ain't even finna play with him. I ain't even finna play with him. I'm gonna figure it out some other kind of way. But it is what it is. Ain't nothing working out the way, at least the way that I thought it was gonna work out. So, God said he had other plans. So I ain't even finna give him no credit right now. But whatever. Ain't nothing going the way that I thought it should be. At least the sprinkler is going. So how y'all morning going so far? I hope y'all getting some done. I ain't even this what I'm about to do is not what I planned on coming out here to do. So I'm about to be rambling on again today because some of everything done went some of every kind of way. Like I don't know what's going on with today. So y'all already know. I'm on high alert now that there is a snake out here over where my water supply is. Um so did I let him run me out of the garden today? Nah, I ain't let him run me out of there, but I sure changed my plan though. I tell you that much. I sure changed my plan, right? My morning too. Shut him. Hey, Cassie, you. How are you this day? I've been missing your morning lives. I love that you're staying consistent. I'm trying and I said this the second time I made the commitment to myself. And guess what? The day is, Cassie, you even that you came up in here today. Today is the last day of this month, right? I think so. Your girl commit she she followed through with her commitment to herself. So I have consistently gone live every day for a month. I'm proud of me. Yes, pat ourselves on the back. See that mean that mean we out here in the garden growing. That's what that means. But yes, yes, yes. Good morning to everybody that's coming in. I hope y'all are having an amazing morning so far. Mine didn't start off that way, but I'm claiming from this point forward. It's gonna be better, even though I'm out here in the garden and I'm on high alert with these here snakes and everything. But it's all right. I'm in the garden. um, Mama Global, good morning to you. Um, yes, a snake. You already know that's our motto over here. We don't play around with bugs, worms, nor snakes over here because we is high class gardeners. We don't play that stuff over here. uh, yeah, I'm glad you caught me too. I'm glad you caught me too. Yes, ma'am. Love the commitment. We proud of you. Yes, Cassie, you've been a lot of people that come through and stop through or whatever. They don't know like from the beginning, like what I came on here with. So they don't understand, oh, she just out here in this garden and everything, because everything didn't start off so peaceful. So I'm glad to be in the place that I am in right now. But um I came out here this morning, and when I tell you Okay, don't know what's going on. Okay, but when you miss some days out in the garden. Oh, you never seen I wish it was that way here, that we don't never see no snakes. But um let me tell you, Mama Global, I've been dreaming about snakes. I've been seeing some things happening around me, and people pretending like I can't see. Um and as soon as it started, getting a lot, I've been seeing snakes like for the past week or so when I come out in the garden and everything. But dreaming about them and everything. So, you know, I got my eyes open. I don't even know what that means, but I'm like, I think it means something. So, and I'm gonna stick with what I think it means. But okay, what I was saying, because I get sidetracked in a heartbeat. um, when you stay away from the garden for so long, and we saying that our garden is a representation of us, right? So I gotta tie myself to my garden. So if I don't tend to myself in 2 or 3 days, I'm gonna show y'all what 2 or 3 days can look like. Some things can be amazing, and hope y'all can see it, because I went back and looked at a couple of my videos and I see it look very grainy. So I'm paying attention, y'all, now, and because I want y'all to be able to see the beautiful things that happen out here. It's more beauty than it is the things that be messed up out here or whatever. But I haven't been out here for I think it about 2 or 3 days. So, because the other days I've been doing, we got the chickens and we got the garden that's now we growing on the inside too. So I haven't been out here for a couple of days, but I come out here and the growth that's out here is absolutely beautiful. Look at I'm sitting inside of the sunflowers right now. I'm sitting on my little stoop and the sunflowers are taller than me. Sitting down on this stoop. Some things are very beautiful and some things, I don't like the way it looks. Some things out here blooming. Like we got watermelon already growing on our watermelon plant. I'm gonna take y'all over there so we can see that. But this morning, I came out here and there's some beautiful blooms and stuff. But the evidence of what can happen to you when you don't, you know, when you skip out on you for a couple of days, you know. Our bell pepper plant looking all right, but she could be looking a little bit better. Do you make and eat the sunflower seeds, or do you just let them dry out? We let them dry out, and we keep some for the season, and we also bake them and eat them ourselves, and we also feed them to our chickens. That's part of their diet. Yeah. Gee, I wonder what the snakes mean. Interesting that you dreamed about it. Yep, had one dream about it, but everything else is like I've been literally seeing them coming out here in the garden from the beginning with you and stuck ever since. Most of us enjoy a peaceful, chill life. Can't do the mess all the time. Hey, I know that's right. I mean, the mess be fun and funny sometimes, but yeah, you absolutely do have to get a break away from it and get back to ooh, the peace of it all. Uh, okay, so let's see. Let me show y'all real close up of the water sprinkler, and hopefully y'all let me know. Can you see? There's one little watermelon right there. When the sprinkler go back around, I'm gonna lift it up so y'all can see it. See a watermelon right there. There's another one on my fingertip there. Right, already starting to grow of it. So I'm excited for them that watermelon is presenting itself, and hopefully they hang on and do their thing. Y'all can see the loofah plants They getting a little bit bigger. Somebody like it's getting ate on or something, but it's there. Like I don't know. And then there's some other stuff out here. Oh, the peanuts. The squirrels ate all of the peanuts. That is completely gone. So I already what I was supposed to be doing was coming out here too. Okay. Oh, so you can see it, Cass. Thank you for letting me know that. Um, how long do it take the watermelon to grow? Um, Cassie, let me be honest about this one. See, I grow food, but I don't be the one that come out here and harvest it all the time. And I don't eat watermelon. So the folks that do eat the watermelon, which is my children and and they daddy know about that type of stuff. So they come out here together, and when come through and look at the garden, he'll let the kids know, hey, it's time for that one to be. So go ahead and let's go ahead and harvest that one. So I never harvest the watermelon or any of that stuff. Like I said, I just be coming out here and I be growing the stuff, tending to it, cleaning around it, and all of that type of stuff. But my kids love now and then. But look, y'all see some of my tomato plants are like they shriveling up. And I could just say, I ain't worried about them because I can just plant some more. I do have more that's planted here. This one need to be staked up. It's laying down on the ground. So I mean, it's like you see really beautiful things out here, but you see some things that's really messed up. So um, and yeah, sometimes we need rest. So, but look at all of those tomatoes that's growing on that one cluster right there. There's some really beautiful things. Now, these tomato plants that's looking like they all shriveled up and dying. I don't know what's going on with them. Um, Maybe it's we got ground molds and stuff out here that I told y'all about. So I don't know if that's what's happening to them, but you know, could be. And here's our cucumbers, and the one cucumber that we did have growing that was big. Look at it. It done shriveled up and died. Shriveled up and died. Okay. No, I didn't make a song up about it. That's crazy. But yeah, some things changed for the good and some things changed for the bad. So, but hey, um, that's what we got going on. Boy, you don't eat watermelon. No, I don't eat watermelon. I don't like it. I don't care what I did to it back in the days or any of that stuff. And I ain't never got it to be what I wanted to be or what I wanted to taste like, any of that stuff. So, I don't like watermelon. Nope. I grow a lot of stuff that I don't eat. But the kiddos and husband do, and you know, and we trade with the neighbors and all of that, that good stuff. It's a lot of people out looking for, especially out here in the area that I live in. Everybody's out here looking for real fresh food that you ain't gotta wonder where it was made from instead of growed from. If you catch my drift. um, but um, but yeah, I don't. Casio, I just can't call it all right off the top. How long do it take the watermelon to grow? But maybe I'll pay a little bit more attention to that this time, because I'm just used to being out in the garden like basically every day, and so I can watch them at all times to know. So, and I guess I just ain't never even paid attention to that. I think almost everything else I can almost tell you those days, but oh well. I told y'all I ain't no professional. I just grow stuff. You don't. I swear I could eat them all day. My kids can. My kids can eat watermelon and stuff every day, all day like that too. But I don't like it. I done tried it with salt, sugar, None of it. Mm-mm. Yeah, I just don't like it. um, we we got a whole bunch of them out here. Um, Mazzer, Mazzer satin. You ain't see all of them out here. Let me show you some of them right now. You see? Ah, you know, grow what you grow. Long as you growing, and long as you don't get in no trouble. Yeah. uh, but yeah, that always make me laugh whenever I see somebody write that. Grow what you grow. As long as you growing, and long as it doesn't cost you, do your thing. I mean, that's something that grow with a seed. It was already here. It was placed here. Ain't nobody had to make that. No, none of that. I don't got nothing bad to say about that. Yeah, we grow everywhere in the garden. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm just gonna come out here and I'm gonna weed around, de-weed around, around the sunflowers, and give them some fertilizer. Um, give them a jump so the heads on them and everything, you know, come out very good and healthy. But and I hope everybody is continuing to grow, whether it be on the inside or on the outside, but make sure whatever plant you growing, whatever food you growing along with it. Match it to you. If you trying to go and grow somewhere, then make your plant manifest what it is you trying to manifest on the inside of you, and keep on growing. You know, Cause after a while, you can't depend on you. You're not gonna be able to depend on your stores, um, Mazda satin, your dispensaries. You ain't gonna be able to depend on those. And since you bought that up, I've been hearing about people putting the F word in in the in the weeds. Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard about that. So whatever it is, if it's illegal for you, then and you looking for how to figure that out, it should be something you figure out for yourself, because yeah, you're not gonna be able to trust nobody. Um yeah, you can't even trust nobody now. So I ain't gonna even go all over that right there. It is what it is. But grow your own food, then you know what you feeding your family, you know what you getting, you know what been sprayed on it, what ain't been sprayed on it. You know, grow something. And you ain't gotta be no professional to grow anything. Somebody told me you throw some seeds down on the ground, you gonna grow something. Throw some water on it. You don't have to do a whole bunch of anything. But you all, I got a late start today, and I told y'all, I ain't get no late start. I just got a whole lot of different projects going on at one time, and this is not my usual time that I come on. We come on and we just water sprinkle it out all, for hours. But I'm a little behind in everything that I'm supposed to be doing, that I wanted to do. That's what I say. Um, and so I'm just gonna weed this garden, and hmm, yeah, high class gardeners. We gonna I guess I'll let y'all sit here with us, and you know listen to the sprinklers and the sound of nature while I clean out this garden bed. What do you mean? What is that? What you looking at? What you see? Haiti football trending. What are you asking? What is what? What are you talking about? These plants behind me, or a woman, a woman and a tree? Yeah, definitely a woman and a tree. But you asked what is that? You want to know what these are that's next to me? Sunflowers. I'm in my garden and sitting in between my sunflowers that I'm getting ready to clean around. Once upon a time, there was a woman and a tree. The woman wanted to clean around the tree. She wanted to clean around the tree. What's the next part of the story? Shauna, you know this person? No, I don't know this person. Shalissa came in. I ain't see her come in. Mm-mm. There was a woman around the tree. No, I don't know this person. Miss Coffee. I need to make you blue, Miss Coffee. Woo! Then the tree couldn't stop. Mm-hmm. Then the tree couldn't stop the woman, though the tree didn't mind around it being dirty. I'm a writer, so I love stories. You say the tree don't mind. The tree don't. The tree doesn't mind that it's dirty around the tree. Yeah, they probably don't mind. Those are the tree thoughts, but okay, because we don't do snakes and bugs over here. Absolutely, we don't. I thank you so much, Miss Coffee. He say, Shalissa, where you at, girl? Yeah, I sure appreciate that, Miss Coffee. Um, yeah, I could imagine that. Hey, how you doing? Big L. I'm sure they don't mind it being dirty around it, but remember that one of the things I said, the reason that I planted this garden was it was about me. So when I'm pulling weeds out, weeds from around Haiti. Um that that story alone can, make you think about some things. If you go into the forest and everything, yeah, trees have grass around it, and I'm pretty sure they don't mind. They probably companions probably be out there talking to each other and stuff. We don't know. We ain't no plants and stuff. But this planting these trees, and I'm not cleaning around a tree anyway, so um I'm actually cleaning around my flower bed. So this is a representation of um goals and stuff that I'm trying to reach in my real life. So I feel like me doing this part of cleaning from around my sunflowers makes, it's kind of like you investing in something. I feel like if I clean from around them and then I fertilize them and everything, they're going to give me back more than they would have given me had I not taken care of it. So me out here weeding from around my plants and stuff is like cleaning out things. Right, it's therapeutic for me. So that's why I do it. Okay, we yeah. Um, are things only ugly in our eyes, or nature loves its chaos? Um, and I would say none of that. What you will see is I don't mind the weeds out here growing around my plants. I always laugh and say, I got some stuff planted in there somewhere among the weeds. But at the time, it's like I want to give some extra care and stuff. I pull the weeds out, and the weeds is also a representation of getting rid of things um, that, in my opinion, the plant doesn't need. But there is also a need for weeds out in the garden because weeds come and grow, and they put nutrients back into the ground for the next season of plants. So there absolutely is a need for the weeds out here. You know, just like real weeds in our real life. Weeds grow there, they come to give us lessons, teach us different things and everything. And then there's also a time, it's time to pluck those weeds out and get rid of them in real life, is which this garden is about over here, real life. But or nature loves its chaos. Yeah, you can. I could tell you for sure, but I like it. That's an interesting perspective. I feel like we can all get different. Sometimes we say stuff and it can be just as surface as can be. We just answering the question that somebody asked us just then. But unless we like dig into, well, what's the reason that you do that? Sometimes it ain't for you because you imagine it from your perspective, but you never consider it from somebody else's perspective, and then the both of you can end up being right. It's just that it's right for your situation, and the way I'm doing it is right for my situation. So yeah, I love to hear people's perspective, different perspectives on things that I'm saying or whatever. But whatever I'm doing out here, I always do it with the purpose of trying to see it, um, to see me working through things actually in my life. So my garden is 100% therapeutic for me. Whether I come out here and get mad about something, glad about something, or I'm running scared as hell from something, my garden is therapeutic for me. It's even interesting, even for me to still be out here right now, being that I walked up on a snake. Because usually I guess one just hasn't been close enough to me, but I think they've been more than close enough, in my opinion. um, I'm supposed to be done with the garden every time that situation approaches, but I'm still here chilling. Um, 5 gallon grow bags. You got them already, Miss Coffee? You got your 5 gallon grow bags. What you gonna put in them? We supposed to plant. I supposed to plant peanuts today too inside. I'm supposed to plant the peanuts out here too today. That I supposed to go. If I got the stuff out here that I need to, I'm gonna after I clean from around this because I started this already. Um, grow bag. Let me see. You say you got them all. You got them already, Miss Coffee. You said read up. I went up and read. I ain't see nothing up there. What should I mix? Oh, too, another thing that I wanted y'all to what I think I seen you before, Miss Coffee. You had said that you went to you use black cow. Well, I seen Homestead Heart. I was watching her the other day, and her plants were. She had 3 rows of peppers and stuff that died out. Um, oh my goodness, are you using black cow, Miss Coffee? Cause she said she planted 3 rows of peppers and all of her peppers has died, and she has her garden is way bigger than mine, and she had 3 full rows of peppers that died out, and they died out because just make sure and check your black cow soil, planting soil or whatever, because if you don't, if it your soil should not have a smell to it. If it's composted the way that it's supposed to, it shouldn't have a scent to it. It shouldn't be real sticky, and none of that type of stuff like that. But go and if you can go and look at one of her videos, and she's talking about this is very devastating or something like that. But on Homestead Heart, if anybody using black cow manure, make sure you check in the bag and that it doesn't have any smell to it, because it should not smell. And the stuff was so potent, and what it did was it just burned all of her plants out and killed every last one of them. So, and that's not just for the black cow. Any of your fertilizers that you getting and stuff like that, I'm saying, like, if it's manure, because all fertilizers is stank for the most part, but your manure should not have the smell to it. So if it's got a lot of smell to it, then it probably need to sit down for quite a bit of time so it can finish composting. I have topsoil, potting soil, perlite, vegetable fertilizer. Um, what you gonna plant? What you want to plant in it? You can mix all of those together. You can mix all of those together. What you have, you don't need the manure anyways. You got the vegetable fertilizer, so you should be good. Here in Florida, they ain't really doing. I'm glad I do have my chickens and everything because you can't buy. They don't. You don't hardly have nitrogen here or none of that. You need the pot is look on your thing. It should just make sure it got potash and whatever. But whatever it is that you got, that the vegetable fertilizer, just mix it in with it. Mix all of that stuff together that you have, and come up with your own concoction, and mix some of that in with the whole mixture, the fertilizer, and you should be good. I have to get these potatoes. I know that's right. um Homestead Hearts video. Yeah, that made my stomach hurt, and I was like, godly. I was like, and sometimes that just goes to show you, you have things that and just even the words that she said would have been my exact words. I just, like I told you, I went over here and looked at those tomatoes, and I'm seeing them die out. And one of the things that ultimately end up with is I'll just plant more of them. But the part of it is that, what about all of the work that you've done already to clean around it? You done pruned it, you tied it up, and you made sure you fertilized around it and everything, only for it. And I think what's happening with this one is, I think the moles are up under the ground, and because we got them out here, so hopefully they have a little grace and mercy on us, that they don't just end up just keep on taking everything out or whatever. But um and what I will do is go back and replant them again, because we already like I told you, my kids got the tomatoes already from up there in the front already, and they fried them on Saturday while I was out working. So um more seeds. So you can either choose to whine about them. But what was sad about hers is because she says it's too late in the season to start more of them. Me, I probably would be that hard headed person and be like, I don't care about the season almost over with. I'm gonna try and plant them anyways. I'm hard headed like that. So. But yeah, that was, she does all of the canning and all of that stuff right there. I can't even imagine. I probably would sit out in the garden and start crying if I had that many plants to die at one time. My squash, I kind of made it through it by, the vine borers got into my squash, and I'm thinking that they probably got into the cucumbers. But again, we done got ahead of that already, because we already planted our cucumbers on the inside. So that's why I like indoors. I control the weather. Okay. Okay, yes, that's one of the good things about growing on the inside. You don't have to worry about all of those different bugs and stuff. You can control the climate in there. You can get away with things. You don't have to worry about the worms being on your plants, eating through your plants, and all of that stuff, because you don't have all of those. You don't have the butterflies and stuff landing all on your plants and all of that stuff when growing from the inside. So, but I sure hope I don't love growing inside more than I do. Ooh, child, I just felt the raindrop. I hope that was a raindrop. Yeah, let me look up. Yeah, it do look kind of cloudy out here today. But when I did community planting Saturday, I found about 50 worms and centipedes. Woo, child. Ooh, I had to touch. You had to touch them. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Gary, you had gloves on? Did you have on gloves? He said, okay. Let me tell you something. When I did these, when we pulled up the squash and zucchini, you if you looking at that video when now I'm doing the squash and zucchini, while I was pulling them up, pulling the plants up that had the vine borers in it, as I was pulling the whole plant up, earthworms was coming up out of the ground with them, and you'll see me every now and then, my legs fly up in the air trying to move out the way of the worm, crawling across the ground. I got boots on and everything, and still don't want them to touch me. But yeah, they was coming out of the woodworks in there. So I was like, but they're good for the garden. So I ain't finna bother with them. There, actually, my husband is helped them, accumulate out here because he he bought some and he put them in the garden beds and everything. They help feed the soil and all of that good stuff. So um, I don't want to work against him. We can't have no worms out here though. Yeah, you got long as they the good kind of worms, then we good. And y'all, if y'all wondering why I ain't put this phone down, it's cause I can't, cause I broke my part, so I ordered me another one. Some everything just was breaking this morning or wasn't going the right way. But we here. Okay. Growing with Hudson. How you doing this morning? Or should I say this afternoon now? We out here weeding in the garden. We done switched up our routine for the day because I ran into a snake soon as we came out here. So I was like, okay, we won't be going over there to that section. So we here weeding around our sunflowers so they can get all their nutrients back. Yes, delivery, I think. My husband cheating with me. Ooh, the ad. That's how mine over here. That's with the Timu people. And I was just finna order me a I was finna order me a grow light from off of Amazon, and my husband was like, I know you ain't finna pay no 30-something dollars for a grow light. Oh no, you right. And he said, nah, let me go look on Timu. But I told y'all I ain't messing with no Timu. Nah, but my husband definitely messing with Timu strong. So every time you turn around, we got somebody standing at the gate dropping a package over the gate. So I'm gonna leave that to him. Go ahead and get me a yeah, I need some snake meat on or something. I'm gonna do like my grandma them used to say back in the days. I'm gonna put some sulfur or something down to keep them from around. But yeah, and this been going on now for about a week now. That every day I'm coming out here walking right into a snake, about a snake. So I'm on snake. We're on snake patrol over here. Y'all go over and check out Growing with Hudson. She is into I think Growing with Hudson, you do more of the medicinal. She grow everything. I'll be like, dang, Growing with Hudson got she and what she ain't growing yet, she sure gonna be growing because she got tons and tons and tons of seeds. So y'all go over and check Growing with Hudson out. How has everything been going Growing with Hudson? It was it was long. That's for sure. It was a long black snake. That's all. It's just a regular old black snake. But I don't want none of them. We don't mess with no kind of snakes. No bugs. No worms. All of that. Yeah, but ooh, we ain't had no rain here in forever. It just well, not forever because it rained like the other week, but it ain't do it ain't do nothing to talk about. It was one of them rains that they talked about like it was gonna do something real good. And then when it came, you was like, that's it. Cause see, I like the rain. I like the rain. So when they be saying it's gonna be rain, it's gonna rain. I'm looking for some real rain, not A little sprinkle or two. Um, well, my chickens eat snakes. So I don't know. I don't know how that gonna work out for the snake sneaking in there and trying to get to an egg. But we ain't never had nan with them before, and that's when usually my husband and them kill a snake or something. That's where they throw them to. Now, if I had my little baby chickens out here, then scared for them. But I ain't worried about them because we got them on the inside. But yeah, and if he mess around and he get inside of there where the chickens at and looking for some eggs, he eat an egg, he ain't gonna be able to come out of um the same way that he got in there. So them chickens be eating good over there. Yes, they be eating some of everything. hmm So now, whenever I told y'all that day I made a mistake, and yes, I said I made a mistake and killed the snake because I would never stick around close enough to intentionally kill a snake. So I said when I killed the snake by mistake, that's what we that's what we did with the snake. We gave it to the chickens. Um, in a bad place mentally, trying to push through it. I'm tired, sis. Trying to get my doctors to take me off until after my surgery. Oh, okay then. With Hudson, I hope your garden is at this time, cause I know you already know now about the peace that's out there in the garden, right? I already know you know about that. So I hope whenever you have your spare time, mentally you're getting out there digging in your soil and letting your garden pour back into you. And I'm sending out prayers. I know I talked about some stories. So whenever somebody's, you know, point blank period, speak on mentally, I understand in ways a lot of other people may not, especially if you ain't never had to deal with none of that, But yeah, sending millions of prayers your way because I know that struggle, point blank period. So thank you for trusting to release that over here and say that. And they said where there's two or three gathered together, there shall he also be. So hopefully that's going to be answered very, very soon. So, um, peace of mind, that's her. May you comfort her. Amen. Um, Miss Coffee, I touch and agree with all that you just prayed. Amen. Um, yeah, no. Now you'll be in my prayers for the rest of the day, as I'm thinking, going throughout my day. So, um, you put something on my mind going with us. So I know you gonna come out on top. You're trying to get somewhere and you're gonna get there. You're gonna succeed at what it is you're trying to do. I believe that with everything in me. My neighbors over here trying to stop their dog from mating manually. I think we gonna have some babies over there. We gonna have some babies. They one gotta be quicker than that. Gotta put a lock on that. I've never been this sick and in pain. Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Yeah, I know that's right. Yep. But praying for, speedy relief. Um, them finding the right things to bring comfort and peace with the quickness. You know, we all got our waiting period in time, and peace comes after a while. It ain't gonna be much longer. Well, I want to say this looking like a peanut growing whale over here. I know Gunstein well, but this kind of what they be looking like. But this in the wrong place. I know I felt something biting me. Dang on ants done attacking me like I'm in the wrong place. I guess I'm violating their space or something. Let me move away from them. Trying to go on about my business too. I ain't messing with y'all. Um, I need surgery. Grab Miss Coffee said they gonna have to catch her. Listen, Miss Coffee, we got to be rowing in the same boat. Cause my the way my back is doing, I'm gonna tell y'all. This is what happened one morning. Like my back do things that it want to do on its own. It's been acting up for a while. And I've been told before they said that I had a whatever it is equates to having a bubble from where you had a C-section from a epidural before. There's a bubble that's supposedly there that's causing like the pain that's in my back or whatever. But anyways, I have this one morning, not have them, because I ain't claiming that by no means. But this one morning that I got up, I was able to stand up. But then when I got ready to stand up, and after you had as many as children as I've had, you already know you ain't got no control. Your bladder don't belong. Your bladder don't belong to you. It belong to the floor. After a while. So okay. So over the years it just done got worse and worse and worse. So this one particular morning I stand up. I ain't never had this problem before. I stand up in the bed, and when I get ready to move my feet did not move. I was just there standing, stuck, and it was like my legs did not belong to me. So ladies who know, just imagine what happened. Because remember, I said your bladder don't belong to you no more. It belongs to the floor. My legs did not move. I was so mad with myself. I just stood there and I started crying. My husband was like, "What are you crying for?" It's like literally, who wants to be in this position right here? So I watched my husband go through back surgery before, and he's a strong man. Strong man. He's a man's man. He like a caveman man. And saw the pain that he went through. And Miss Coffee, I'm like you now. They gonna have to catch me. They gonna have to run me down and catch me before they do surgery on my back. Run me down, catch me, Catch me, Baker at me and everything. Hmm. That's what I need. I need to you know the little. Let me tell you what helped me too. Sometimes I just ain't pull the thing out. Now that I'm thinking about it. Um. Yeah, you who? I know them ibuprofen I showed be popping them and probably don't need to, but who it's what helped me get through my days or whatever. Um, but um, you know they got these little things, these little electro pads that you can stick onto your back or whatever. I bought mine from Walgreens, and you stick the little pads on there, and then they send like these little electrical um yeah. Okay, then that's what it's called. I don't even know the name of it, but I got that right there and put it on my back. And if I use it cons- consistently for a while, it's like I can go days without feeling no pain from my back. But then I would have to go back to it again. So it's like now that works for me because I and so now that I'm talking about it and my back is in so much pain, I need to go in there and pull it out and put it on my back and let it massage my back out because it does work really really well. I mean the sensation when you first put it on there is like scary like but once it started going, I turn mine all the way up and get the whole intense massage from it. But that right there for me works because I hate taking medicine and I try to work through it without taking medicine, but sometimes that junk does not work. And then I move on to doing other things that sometimes you got to do what works for you. So I be doing what works for me. But yeah, I use those. I definitely use those machines um for my back. Yes, I'm gonna go and pull mine out tonight. I need it really bad. But yeah, that was my worst experience with my back pain is not being able to move my leg. I'm about to get another bed in my room, and it will be one that I don't have to get up from. It will be one that I have to climb down from. Cause it's better to climb down than to um have to get myself up. If that makes sense to anybody. uh Every day I take a what is that, Miss Coffee? That's a prescription right there. My husband is going through back and neck pain management and it's a temporary fix. Yeah, my husband had his spine was compressed in two places, and did the lower one because he was starting to get like numbing in his feet and stuff. So they took that one. They took that one out. Hi, BS gamer. I'm from India. India. All right. Um. So I once he uh once he did that right there, um he had some of his vertebrae removed, and I saw him go through a lot of pain after that surgery. And even though I know I ain't got to have what he did because he got some of his vertebrae and they like snip it away a little bit at a time. And I actually went and watched the process before he got it done. And ooh, and even in the surgery, he said he felt like he woke up during the surgery. And when he first came to, the people had to come and get me to come and talk to him because he kept saying in there that them people was trying to kill him. uh, and I said, oh my goodness, he was going off it though. But yeah, I watched my husband go through that. I recorded some of the situation and stuff, and so I'm like, so yeah, that's one thing I definitely don't want to have no experience in that area. So Miss Coffee, we running together side by side. We might got to find a motorcycle after a while, run to get a little bit faster. But yeah, that's my. And then too, I was hard headed. You know, when people telling you, teaching you how to lift and stuff, and you don't pay attention to the way you lift things. You know, you feel young and just let me do it. I got it. I got it. I got it. And you trying to pick up all this heavy stuff and everything, and you know you don't regret it until you regret it. My husband had a rod and two screws put in his back. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what all they what I know he definitely I know my husband definitely got screws put in, but they wouldn't do both of his at the same time. They did the one in his lower back, and he got one up in his neck also. Child, my husband said before he get that one in his neck done, um he gonna be paralyzed from the neck from the neck down. He said, cause he ain't never, ever having no surgery like that again in life. So yeah. My husband said I'm gonna be taking care of a whole quadriplegic. He ain't do he say he ain't doing it. So um and back massagers with soothing heat, necktie, electric deep tissue, 3D kneading, massage pillows for shoulder, leg, body, muscle pain, relief, home office, and car use. You got it all covered in that one shiatsu neck and back. I gotta look that one up. That one cover everything, huh? They did that to stop my husband from. Yeah, well, okay then. So both our husbands had the same kind. I told you already. His spine was compressed. He had he had two like the T9 or the T8 or those things right there. He had two of them removed right next to each other in his lower back. His feet were going numb, and the numbness like reached up to almost his knee. He can still walk and all of that good stuff just fine and everything, but he just feel like his legs are really heavy. But yeah, he had two vertebrae removed, but he still have a spot that's in his neck that needs to be done. So if that one's the one lower in your back is causing your legs, what the one up higher in your neck gonna cause? It cause everything to shut down or whatever. So but praise the Lord, we ain't had no more issues or no nothing because he is adamant that he said he don't even want to hear me talk about. And he said a couple of choice cuss words along with it. He don't even want to hear me talk about none. And then 8 months later, a hip replacement. Ooh, it's a gardening rehab over here. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's a lot. Of the I think the most I can say about a dang on surgery is a C-section that I done had. Mm-mm. And to me, that wasn't that bad. It's just the thought of I might tear my staples or something like that, but to me that wasn't that bad. Actually, I was happy that time that they gave me a C-section because by then I had so many children. When they induced me to put me in labor, I was like, dang, I sure don't feel like going through this today. That was my attitude. As soon as that lady put that stuff into that IV, I just said to myself, "Oh my God, I just do not feel like going. Like, who really feel like going through labor?" But on this particular day, I was just like, I do not feel like going through this. And the Lord must have heard my cries because as soon as they induced me, they came right on back in there and said, when we checked you, we feel feet. So the baby turned breech, which then caused them to give me an emergency C-section. Woohoo! So I did not go through labor that time, and I got a C-section, and I got my tubes tied at the same time. So ain't God good? uh, that's why they got to catch me. I had two C's. You're my spirit animal. Oh, girl! And after all those kids I never had to go through with no C-section with except for the last one. And ain't it something? I thought because I go and get my tubes tied in, whew, I ain't gonna have no more kids. But I didn't want to have no more kids either because I started having with the last one, it was like my body knew this was gonna be the last one, so it was gonna put me through everything. I was gestational diabetic, having to take insulin shots and everything. I was like, oh hell no, I ain't doing this no more. So I was like, this the end of this. I want my tubes tied and this. My husband was like, we ain't doing that. I said, well then we gonna take you to the place and set you up an appointment. Oh, he changed his mind real quick. Cause I said I ain't want to have no more. Um, and still got the tubes tied, and we still got another baby. Still got another baby. God say you say I have no more. I ain't say I wasn't gonna give you no more. So you know, all birth control don't work. None of it don't work. Now we actually done had some real experiences in our family for real. That I had an aunt that had her tubes tied for she had her tubes tied for 15 years. 15 years later she pop up pregnant. I say, ooh, that's a kick to the stomach right there. Yeah. I can't imagine that much pregnancy. God bless you. I know. And the thing is, to me it felt like it was spread out. But most of my kids are like two. They're like two, and some of them are 2 years apart, and most of them are 2 years apart. And then I got two of them that I had 5 years apart. So that was like the longest break. And I remember one time, like we hadn't had a baby in the house so long. Even my kids was like, "Mom, I think it's time for us to have another baby in the house because this house is too quiet." We looked at the kids and was like, "I know you didn't just say that." And then not long after that, then we really were pregnant again. So uh I had one natural. I almost jumped off I almost jumped off the table. I knew a girl who had gotten paralyzed after having twins before I had my son. Oh my goodness. Ooh Lord. And with my first one I was in labor for 26 hours. 26 hours. And I didn't no epidural, no none of that. Yep, natural. And so I did it natural that time, and with all the rest of them, I did natural except for the one. What well, was except for two of them because I told y'all about this when I was having one of my kids they had gave me the medicine, that's supposed to take the edge off of the contractions or whatever. And when they gave that medicine to me, it just made me like start having like I had a bad reaction to it, a horrible reaction. Like the number six was like falling on top of me, like bow, bow, bow. And it was like if the number hit me, then it meant I was gonna die or something. So it's like I was dodging the numbers, but I'm up under this medication. All this going on in the midst of having a baby. They had give me this medicine, and the only reason they giving it to me because I keep telling the lady I feel like it's time for me to push. She's trying to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, but you have to remember at this point in the game, I've given birth to 7 children, and she trying to tell me that I don't know when the hell I gotta push. She trying to. Can you imagine that? I done had 7 children at this point, and she trying to tell me that I don't know when I need to push. Girl, I know. Once you know what that sensation feel like, you know. You know. That lady walked out of that room and she wanted to be hard headed. She didn't want to hear what I was. She was trying to give me that medicine anyway, so I could stop telling her that. And she was like, "Honey, you just need to get something to relax. Please let me give you something to relax." She just kept saying it, kept saying it, kept saying it. And finally, I got irritated with her. I was like, "Just give me the medicine. Just give it to me." She shot that medicine in there, and then I started having a reaction. She walked out of the room, and then she had to be called right back in there because I was having this reaction to it. And when she came back in there, um, I had done already. By the time she made it back in there, she wasted her coffee on herself and everything, and the baby was out on the table. But I wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. Who wasn't ready? Was it me or the nurse? She wasn't ready. But now I find like these hospitals and stuff, they're so impatient. They don't want to do like none of their job. Everywhere you go now, all of them are encouraging these girls to get epidurals and everything. If I go to the hospital with somebody who in my family or whatever, I always try to encourage them to do it without um getting all of that extra stuff because we really don't be knowing what all of these, just imagine you getting extra stuff pumped into you that for ages and ages we've been doing this and we ain't needed none of that stuff. It's just for a moment, and it's so easy for us to forget. You know about the pain that you went through to get to get the baby here, but it's also easy for it to just disappear and you to get out of the moment. And I don't want to say that for everybody because I've had some traumatic the one birth that I was telling you all about, that birth was very traumatic for me. But it's not something that lasts forever, and that I feel like if encouraged the right way, that girls you can absolutely do it. But then if you got somebody in the midst of you trying to accomplish this thing and they steady just saying to you, like they your pusher or something, just steady saying over and over again, just take the medicine, just take the medicine, just take the medicine. And then in the midst of your frustration. So you have to go in there. I don't know who I'm talking to today. I don't know nobody in here trying to have no baby today. But anyways, it might be for somebody. But that's why when you go into those rooms and stuff, you have to take somebody with you and you have to have your plan together of this is what I want to do and this is how I want my birthing to go. So you can have somebody there to encourage you in what it is that you want to do and be able to talk to those nurses and stuff and tell them, no, this is what our plans is, and more so write it down in your notes and stuff that, to your doctor of how you want your situation to go. So, just know what it is that you want. Just like planting the seed. If you want a strawberry, plant a strawberry seed, not a cabbage seed. I always be saying that. But yeah, all of those things right there is got my back tore up. And I raised 14 children. I didn't have 14 children. And sometimes I be getting so tied up and like, cause I done had a lot of miscarriages and all of that stuff together. So sometimes I be like, well, how many kids did I have? I have to start counting and stuff. Because then it get hard to separate the kids you raised, the kids you gave birth to, because they all came together, and it's like I can't even keep up with them. Sometimes people be asking like, what's the ages of them? Honey child, they between the ages of this and they between the ages of that. I mean, you fill it in the middle, wherever you want to fill it at. They are all kinds of ages, just they in between here. I'm all the way at the end and at the beginning at the same dang time. How you do that? Um, I'm that way most of the time, but I have inflammation taking over my lower abdomen and woman's area. I don't want it to get to a situation of no return. Uh, child, that's what I be saying too about I'm in that moment in my life where I skip 2 months and then maybe have one where I just went through that situation again. And it's like the worst thing. I rather for it just to keep on coming every month, because the months that it don't come, ooh, I see the worm that been eating my sunflower. Well, I see one of them anyways. But when it doesn't come at that time, I get bloating so much so it's like it can be 50 pounds of bloating. And I have people that be like, you get that much blood? And it's like, yes, it's a 50-pound difference in my weight. And it's like, soon as that time go by, I mean, I get the swelling in my legs and all of that kind of stuff I ain't never dealt with before. But I was like, menopause got me on the edge of everything. You're halfway in and you're halfway out, doing the hokey pokey all over the place. But two, with those same lower abdomen pains and all of that kind of stuff. One of my friends just said, "Why don't you just go ahead and get a hysterectomy?" And I was like, "Child, I'm like Miss Coffee. I'm running from. I don't want no surgery. I'm running." And the medical bills is another story. And I have insurance, but oh yeah, these days, what do insurance mean when they be throwing them deductibles? They be throwing them deductibles out on you. You be like, shoot, I might as well just go ahead and pay the bill, you know. And I'm gonna tell you too. That's something over here is like, they have different places or whatever. So like, you can pick and choose because certain places you go to, sometimes you do like they'll have a one price set at a certain place, and you have to check into like those places like that, because you can go different places and get the same things done, but at a cheaper price. They call them like, for the people that don't have insurance and stuff like that. But that's over here in Florida. You can find different programs and stuff like that you can go through, especially when you know you might can do that instead of versus um paying. It's cheaper to do it that way than pay the deductible that they be trying to give to you sometimes. So everything about money these days. And that's one of the things my husband said he want to move over to Amsterdam with my uncle and them. Cause over there you don't pay for medical. You don't pay for medical attention over there. And I think that's amazing that they don't have to pay for all that. But I told him, I said, "You ready to go back to school?" He say he ain't even. He said he ready to move over there, but he ain't. He don't want to take no flight, so you have to fly over there. um, but that's on the list. My surgery. Um, Mm, child. Miss Coffee, you be you be on it. You had on already spoke it before it even started up. You had your eyes wide open. You knew they were gonna show up. Then yeah, thank you, growing with Hudson. Miss Coffee been saying it all day. She say they out today. So
I say hi to Gammy and everybody
oh
on the
boy, you
live.
scared the mess out of me. I'm on Snake Patrol too.
Oh yeah, tell Grandma hi and everybody on live.
Hey baby man, you got on underwear?
No.
Oh,
He got on his hoochie daddy shorts. It's
oh
almost
no.
hoochie daddy season.
Ew, I don't like that.
Ain't that right? Tell her.
What you doing? What you doing?
I got a nasty attitude this morning.
Oh, you do? You got a nasty attitude this morning? You hear me talking to you with that one eyebrow raised up. Oh,
So funny.
well, the lizard just ate the worm that was on the ground. Alrighty then. Yeah, I'm telling. When we first came in here this morning, there'd been three people done came through, and Miss Coffee was like, "The trolls are out today." She's like, "I'm on troll alert." Been growing with Hudson done came in and sniped the one. He ain't last for long. Did I ain't even get to see him when he said it. So yeah, Miss Coffee was already hollering alert. I just seen your text message come through. I did it already. You just gotta wait for it to go through. I ain't see what else you had said. I just seen the top part of it.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just got to go see her on Friday. I need to have it clean before this. Somebody wants to go back to jail. When you're ready.
Mm.
Oh, he smiled at that. Yeah. Say hi.
Bye bye.
He said bye bye. You don't want to say hi. He say bye.
Bye, little man.
Bye bye.
Don't say it when you walk off now.
And what he gonna do?
I do. Go say bye bye now. Oh. Yeah, y'all. Today, as I was going, I went around to a couple of places because I ain't feel like going all the way in town to go and buy me another phone holder. So I'm working with one hand today and holding the phone with the other one. I just finally gave up and I said, because I refuse to go. I hate the Super Walmart. I really do. And I try to avoid it at all. And I hate going to the Target too. So yeah, I just ain't feel like going into all that traffic this morning. So I was like, yeah, I'll just order it. There's so many things was going on and off track. Whew. And then my back was out of whack. For real this morning. But y'all, it is horrible to be looking at my tomato plants looking the way that they look. And I'm gonna have to let it ride because I know it ain't something that I'm gonna be able to take care of the whole thing today. I'm gonna just stay focused on what I'm doing and get those things cleared out and go from there. But y'all, I think this is my time so I can put this phone down and get this stuff squared away over here. And hopefully tomorrow we'll be back on track with what it is that we're supposed to do. But I need to get this phone out of my hand so I can be a productive citizen out here in this garden today and get some work done. So you know, if later on I decide to come back, then I'll see y'all later. But y'all have a good day. Thanks for joining me over here with Life with Tashanna, where we over here believe in joining what we're growing in the garden to actually what really happening in our real life. We the high class gardeners because we don't believe in messing around with no worms, no snakes, and no bugs. And that's in real life. Everything we do in the garden, well, we doing it in real life too. So if you're interested in growing in real life, then continue to join us over here with Life with Tashanna, where we believe in growing. But you all, I will talk to you all later. Until next time, keep growing, y'all.